Good morning. It is Wednesday, May 4th, and there are two tasks today dealing with compound interest. So let's make sure we're clear on what that means. So if I go to Content, Unit 3, Activity 5, you're going to see an example of simple interest first. Okay, so let's just review what simple interest is. You take this formula, interest is equal to the principal, in other words, the amount of money we're starting with, the rate, the interest rate, and the time of the investment expressed in years. Okay, so in this case, there's $1,000 that we're starting with, 5%, and notice that 5% is entered as 0.05 on your calculator. And then the time is 4 years. So if we plug that into our calculator and go 1,000 times 0.05 times 4, we end up with the interest is 200. And the total value of our investment now is 1,200 because we have the $1,000 we started with. And at the end of 4 years, we add in the interest of $200, so it's 1,200. Now, that's different than compound interest, where at the end of the first year, we actually we get paid the interest. We don't wait till year 4 with compound interest. We get paid whatever the compounding period is. In this case, it's yearly. Sometimes it's semi-annually, which would be twice a year. Sometimes it's quarterly, which would be 4 times a year. Could be monthly, which is 12 times a year. If it was monthly, this number would be 12. If it was semi-annually, this number would be 2. In other words, twice a year. Okay, so let's look at 1,000 times the interest rate times 1 year is $50. So our value of our investment now is 1,050. So at the beginning of year 2, we have 1,050 that we calculate the interest on. Now we're making interest this year of $52.50. And we add that onto our investment. So we started this year with 1,050 plus the $52.50, and now our investment is $1,102.50, and that becomes the beginning of year 3. So you see how with compound interest, your interest each year grows 50, 52.50, 55, 57. Whereas with simple interest, you just end up with $50 a year for 4 years. And you get that 50 at the end of the 4 years. 50 times 4 is $200. There is a little tool here we've got that you can use to help you with your calculations. $1,000 with an interest rate of 5%, time of 4 years, compounded once a year. Notice there's the simple interest and there's the compounding interest. And you can see that the compounding interest, as time goes on, it increases. We end up making more and more money with compounding interest. Okay, so your assignment is to do this worksheet here. Okay. And it's compound interest. So make sure you do follow the example using compound interest. Both of these are compound interest. And you're allowed to check your figures using this compound interest tool that we just demonstrated. 1,000, interest rate of 5, over 4 years, compounded once a year. Okay, so that tool that you're allowed to use is the same tool that's in the content section right here. Okay, so the assignment is that one. And then you've got this other one as well. Once you have submitted assignment 1 and received feedback from the teacher, complete the following assignment and submit your work. So you've got another one to do here. Okay, very similar to the first one. but I want to make sure you have the first one done and done properly before you do the second one. Okay, so hold off on this one until I mark your first one. So as soon as you get this done, I'll be marking it, or as quick as I can, and then move on to the next one. Okay. If you have any questions, email or call me, and we'll see you online.